Okay,
Yes,
understood everything? About the synthetic fibers, everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, fine. The second part of this chapter, that is a synthetic polymer we have to learn. That is one of the known synthetic polymer is plastic. So we have to learn about the plastic. So plastic is also a polymer and which is synthetic, man-made. Synthetic word means man-made chemical, not found in nature, which is not found in nature in its actual form. It is created by man by many chemical processing to make our work easier. Okay, it's clear. So those polymer, one of the examples, we have seen the fibers. Now we have to come to the material which is made by the humans, synthetically synthesized. Synthetic word because it is synthesized. Synthesis word, that means produced by chemical processing. So plastic is the next polymer which is synthesized in lab. Yes?
And this is microorganism chapter is.
No. In which this class you are joining actually? This is the first class you have joined, Sanjay? Sanjay, is this your first class? Then? Which chapter we are doing? Which chapter we were doing?
Hello?
Yes, Sanjay, which chapter we were doing? Sanjay, I'm asking some question to you.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
So whenever I'm asking question, my voice is not clear. Which chapter we were doing?
Microorganisms.
Very good. You leave the class right now. So plastic. Plastic is a polymer.
Ma'am?
Yes, Bhavika.
Ma'am, before that, can you explain me one point and disadvantages of synthetic fiber, ma'am?
Yeah.
Ma'am, the first point, synthetic fibers do not absorb sweat and comma trapping heat, ma'am. Trapping heat means?
Keeping the heat inside. Trapping, trapped. You are trapped in house when the door is closed. So trapping means inside, means somewhat stuck inside.
Ma'am, so it means that in woolen clothes, they trap heat, but the synthetic fibers does not trap.
Synthetic clothes trap heat. They won't trap heat. Sweat is trapped. Just a sec, 1 second.
Ma'am, even I have a doubt in the disadvantage and advantages.
So here first thing, that is, now I'm wearing this cotton clothes. Okay. So now here I have sweat glands. Everyone has a sweat glands in skin. So the sweat comes up. It will come to this position. There are small minute holes are there. The sweat comes up. After that, it will evaporate. That means that convert into gaseous state and enters the air, moves away from our body. So while doing this, they will take up heat energy from our body. So to convert into liquid to gas, they need energy, heat energy. So that heat energy will be absorbed by our body. Okay. So therefore, after sweating, we feel cool. Clear? This point clear? So this process is called perspiration process. Perspiration process. Right? Now in cotton clothes, what happens? Generally, when the skin is open, it can easily evaporate out. But if it is present between here, now in this area, cotton clothes are there. Over that skin, I'm using cotton clothes. cotton, so sweat will come on the skin, and then there is a, after above that cotton is present. So cotton has a property of absorbing sweat. So it will absorb sweat, and then the sweat will come to this position above surface. Now is it exposed to air? Then evaporates out, right? So cotton clothes helps in the process of perspiration. Evaporation of sweat takes place through cotton clothes because cotton has a property of absorbing the sweat and helping it to evaporate. In case of synthetic clothes, what happens? If this curtain, I have a curtain which is a synthetic clothes. This is a synthetic. It, by seeing only we can say that it won't absorb water. So now if I'm wearing this on my skin, what will happen? So I'm wearing this. So whatever the sweat is there, it is not absorbed by this material. Whatever the dress we are wearing, we were
Ma'am,
wearing.
will not go on top of the
So it will not
fabric.
come at the top. It will not come up the top, and it won't be exposed to air. So if it won't expose to air, it won't evaporate. Right? So evaporation will not be possible. So whatever the sweat on this area will remain below this area, below this cloth. And this is what we call sweat is get trapped.
Yes, ma'am, I understood that.
So it won't get evaporate out. So evaporation won't take place. So we feel this uncomfortable because sweat is at the same position. And due to accumulation of a sweat, we smell very bad. We generally, when we see armpits, it's stinking very badly. So that is because of the accumulation of more amount of sweat. So armpit sweats a lot. So therefore that area gives bad smell in summer season. Generally in summer season, because we sweat in summer season more. Clear? And this is what the disadvantage of synthetic clothes. Right?
Ma'am, but there are few dry fit clothes. Aren't those synthetic too?
Yeah, dry fit clothes are synthetic, yes.
But
Spandex,
they absorb sweat.
spandex, they also won't.
Okay, ma'am. So
Because-
we use them in heat because they're porous, like
Yeah,
because
they are porous,
allow
and
airflow.
it is air can move in and out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, they told that the synthetic fiber is soft. Ma'am, but then the next slide they're telling that it's a rough feel and it's not used in nightwear and stuff. Ma'am, so I didn't understand. The nightwear stuff should be soft, right?
Softer, listen, softer and thinner.
Yes.
But most of them, just like polyester, if we use it,
Yes, ma'am.
it will not be comfortable. They will
Ma'am,
not
they
be
can use
comfortable.
nylon.
Nylon, if it's used. No, nylon also we should not use. So proper cotton we need to use, or we can use rayon.
Ma'am, silk.
Silk difficult. Silk
Ma'am,
also
but,
managing will be difficult.
Ma'am, but half of the time I see the nightwears are like silk.
Silky, but they will not be much comfortable.
Okay, ma'am.
Silky texture they have, but they are not made up of silk. So don't.
Ma'am, they are mixed with
Silk is
something.
much more costlier. So generally we use silk only for the outwears, not the innerwears or even inner nightwears.
Ma'am,
So
they
those
might-
are the material, one second. Those are the materials which are made up of synthetic fibers, but mixed with the cotton.
Okay, ma'am.
normally or generally they are mixed. Silk is mixed with something else to make it softer. Ma'am,
Actual silk is, pure silk is softer, but it is much more costlier. So we generally can't use it in daily life. Okay.
Ma'am, even
Yes.
I have a doubt. Like in disadvantages of synthetic fibers, the last point. Ma'am, so there it is written that it melts very easily. So ma'am, I didn't understand like how it melts.
Because it won't burn. It will, when you heat it, instead of catching fire, it will keep melting. Have you seen any time of plastic? If you hold a plastic over this one, candle, what happens? Have you seen any time catching fire? It won't catch fire. It will keep melting like a liquid. It gets converted into liquid state. And which is very much damaging, very much problematic because it will stick to your skin. If it falls on your skin, it will stick. And it has a very high temperature. That liquid has a very high temperature. It will completely burn your skin. for a long duration, not for a small duration. It is for a long duration and it will stick to it. And to remove that, we have to remove the skin.
Oh,
Okay, so it is much more difficult to manage those synthetic clothes if it is burning. So therefore, in kitchen aprons or any lab aprons should not be made up of synthetic clothes. It should be a pure cotton. It has to be used pure cotton because the cotton material, the natural materials, they catch fire. They won't melt. You take example of wool, you take example of cotton, you take example of jute or linen. Any four materials are there, even silk. So these are actually the test for a pure silk, pure cotton, pure wool materials. So how can we say that is a material we got, a sari when we purchased, it is a pure silk sari. So they take it, the end of that and the one thread, they will take it out and they will keep burning it. If it catches fire, then it is a natural silk. If it won't, it starts melting, then it is a mixed. It is not pure silk. It's clear? So these are the wool also, whether it is a pure wool or it is a this one artificial wool. So they will test it by burning the thread. So if it burns, it catches fire, then it won't smell very badly.
It will smell
Then
like
it is
hair.
Hair.
Burning
When
hair.
we burn hair, that smell only. If it is burning very, means it will start at the time of burning, it won't catch fire and will start melting. That means it is synthetic. Clear? So question is asked for 1 mark. Give reason why kitchen aprons are not made up of synthetic fibers or should not be made up of synthetic fibers.
Ma'am, but normally when we go to stores, ma'am, we see on the price and then we get to know whether it's a pure silk or pure cotton.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so sometimes some people are actually this one, they will costly it is, they put it very costly because it looks like a silk, 10,000 rupees, but it is an artificial one. So by that we can't find out. Okay, clear? Any other doubts? Still doubts are there? No. So we are going to the plastic. Plastic is a synthetic material, not fiber. It is a synthetic material. It is made up of polymer. It is a polymer of many monomers. So that monomer is, it can be prepared from petroleum products. There are some petroleum products from which these polymer, the plastic polymer is prepared. Plastic is not the one. There are many different varieties of plastics are present. If you see in your house, carry bags, what we get it. So different carry bags have different thickness. Actually, they are made from different units, different monomers. They are not same. The small sized, very thin plastic bags, we get it. A small thing, just like a vegetable we purchase. So at that time, the plastic, whatever it is given, that plastic and the carry bags, which is given for the clothes, to carry clothes, thicker ones, both of them are different.
Ma'am, so that's plastic and not peat?
No, that is not PET.
Ma'am, how can we understand the
Ma'am, what is
difference?
PET? Yes, ma'am, exactly.
PET
PET
is
is
only
different.
the bottles, plastic bottles, what we call them. They are not plastic bottles, they are made up of. This plastic is the word actually used for a polymer synthetic material. Inside that, there are varieties. Plastic is not the one single plastic. Plastic is a common word for synthetic material. So inside that, if you see, now you will, again, I will make you confused. Have you seen thermocol? Thermocol
Yes, ma'am.
is a
Ma'am,
plastic.
the loose one and the,
Thermocol
Ma'am.
is a plastic.
ma'am, which one? Ma'am, PET or plastic?
Thermocol, normal. There are varieties of plastics are there. There are different. Plastic is a word used for a material which is synthesized in lab. So in general, we are not comparing this one in everyday life. We don't call them as differently. We don't know. Polythene, we call it as. Carry bags, we call it as. Thermocol, we call it as. So we have given, these are the different names for the similar material. This is a type of material.
And then
So
what is
plastic
the
inside that, there is a bifurcations. Yes,
ma'am, then what is the pure plastic?
there is nothing called pure plastic. Everything is a chemical, chemically processed look-alike of glass
Okay.
is
ma'am.
plastic. A chemically synthesized look-alike of a glass we can consider as a plastic. Those plastics are different varieties. Now, if I will say, just a second.
Ma'am, so plastic
second,
is
one
a
second.
synthetic material and peat is a synthetic fiber.
Hmm.
Okay.
Ma'am, but how is thermocol made up of plastic?
If I will tell you this, have you seen this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It is plastic.
Yes, ma'am.
This is, it is a plastic.
Ma'am, because it's an insulator.
Even have you seen what do you call it as a breakable plate? Non-breakable,
Yes.
unbreakable plates,
Yes,
dinner
ma'am.
plates,
And they're made up
dinner
of,
plates.
ma'am, they look like they're made up of the glass kind of material, but they're made up of plastic.
1 second, I will show you. Can you see this
Yes, ma'am.
bowl?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see this bowl?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a plastic.
Ma'am, I'm
It
unable
won't
to
look
see,
like
ma'am.
plastic, but it is a plastic. We call it as unbreakable ware.
Ma'am, I have plates like that, ma'am.
Yeah?
I have plates like that.
Yeah, this is a plate. I'm showing you bowl. The plate is inside.
Ma'am, it's actually very easy to clean also, ma'am.
Yeah. Now this material, again, I will make you more confused. Now this is called melamine ware. Melamine. One type
Ma'am,
of plastic.
melamine breaks, ma'am. I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
many
Yeah, it
plates.
will break. After that, when we keep on this one, it will break. But its main properties, we call it as unbreakable. It won't, it will break. But its property is it will resist heat and fire. It won't catch
Yes,
fire.
ma'am. It is oven.
Actually, it can stop. Like,
It won't catch fire.
Ma'am, is it? That's why it's microwave proof.
You can use it in microwave. There are fire suits, so fire resistant suits. The people who need to protect the person who is inside the fire. So whatever the suit, their extra suit, this one special suit they are wearing. So that is also made up of this material, melamine. Much more confusion is there. Don't get confused. Simple things are there. Plastic is one of the material which is chemically synthesized and which is made up of petroleum products. So there are the different monomers are present. Many monomers are there. The monomers like ethene, chemicals are there. So some of the names of those monomers are ethene. Then it is propene, benzene, like these, some terylene, it comes from that one only, polyester. So there are the petroleum products are used as a monomers for preparation of those plastics. Okay. So bifurcations, the different varieties of plastics when we consider, mainly the plastics is divided into two types. One we call as thermosetting plastic. Another one is thermoplastic. Full plastic is divided into two types. Two bifurcations are there. So one is thermosetting plastic and the second one is thermoplast or thermoplastic. Thermoplastic means the plastic which can be recycled many times. We can melt it and again prepare it, recycle it and prepare into new molds. We can keep on molding. Some of the plastics are there which we can, means once if suppose a material breaks, so that we can recycle back. and convert into some other shapes. Also, we can convert it. So those we call as thermoplast. So which can be remolded again and again, again and again, again and again. Able to understand? And some of the plastic which can be molded once. Further, we cannot recycle them. The recycling is not possible. So such plastics we call as thermosetting plastic. Thermoset, one set, done.
Ma'am, so those thermosets can only get recycled one time.
Not recycle, they can't recycle. They can be only made once. After that, they
Okay.
are gone. We can't do that. Anything, we can't do that one. So our plugs, sockets. So plugs and sockets. So those are thermosetting plastic. This is thermosetting plastic, melamine ware. Okay, clear?
Ma'am, can you give examples of thermoplastic?
Thermoplastic.
Ma'am, can I see?
Chair,
Things that are the toy cars, the plastic.
the plastic cars. Yes, plastic
Ma'am,
toys.
can I-
Plastic toys are there.
Ma'am, those thin kind of plastics.
Thin
mostly.
plastic, yes.
And that polythene bags.
Polythene bags, yes, can be.
Ma'am, like many times I have seen that for the disposable plates, ma'am, they make it with that cans, ma'am, the juice cans or some wrappers of
Wrap is only, yes. They can be reused. So here I have shown some of the pictures of the thermosetting and thermoplastic. Thermosetting plastic and thermoplastic.
Ma'am, a few years ago, there was a news that they're converting all the toys into chairs, breaking them and converting them into chairs.
Yes, so whichever not this one, we can't biodegradable. Plastics' main property is it is non-biodegradable. So we cannot degrade them into some useful components. So they cannot be degraded by the microorganisms. Buckets, recyclable. Now these are the example, plastic milk and juice bottles, which we get in market, thin size. Then chair, table, then this play sets, new bottles, plastic detergent bottles, buckets, containers, frisbee, stadium seats, house seats, we don't make it plastic, the stadium seats. Some plastic chairs we use at home. At home also some of the, instead of wooden, some of the visitors chairs, we keep it the plastic ones. At home also some of the places for balcony, we use those plastic chairs. Those are made of plastic. Okay. So type of plastics are divided. The plastics are divided into mainly two parts, thermosetting plastic and thermoplastics. Thermosetting means once only molded, it cannot be remolded back. So once you prepare it, after that they can't be used again. They can't be heated and melted. They can't we can't melt them and convert into some other state. We can't do. Your pens, all your pen body refills are made up of plastic. There's once that you are throwing it, it will remain as a garbage. It cannot be degraded by microorganisms and it cannot be recycled also. Okay. So thermoset plastics are hard and rigid. They are very hard. Examples are bakelite and melamine. Bakelite, you can see in example of the plug, different plugs, sockets, switchboards are made up of bakelite. Even cooker handles of cooker or handles of pans. In a kitchen, we can see the pan handles, which are insulators. So those are also made up of bakelite because they are heat resistant as well as works as insulator. Electricity resistant. They can't conduct. Yes, it is a charger holder. Yes, Devanshi. Yes, Devanshi, the chargers, the entry charger adapters. All those are made up of bakelite. Those are hard. You can see it is a hard. If you try to heat it, it won't get heated. It won't melt because it don't have the property of
Ma'am,
melting.
but like many times when we keep it for a lot, like more time of charging, ma'am, it gets like a bit hot.
Hot, but it won't conduct heat that because
Ma'am,
it is
so
insulator.
microwave safe things are this
Heat
Bakelite.
resistant. Yeah, melamine.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
So melamine ware. So melamine ware is just like I told you, this bowl is a melamine ware. It is heat resistance. Its main property is it resists heat. So it won't conduct heat and it will not get heated up. It won't expand on heating. Generally, material have the property, whenever you heat them, they will expand in size. Most of the things you can expand or contract, melt. Just like a plastic containers, for storage containers, we have kept it inside our home. In that boiling water, if you add, what will happen? It get completely crumbled. So that means it will melt. Okay, but so that is, but here the melamine where you keep whatever the hot substance in this, it won't expand, it won't contract, it will remain as it is. And we touch from outside, we can easily touch them from outside also. Although inside this, if you keep boiling water and we touch from outside, we won't get heated. We won't, our hand won't get burned because it is not a conductor of heat. It won't conduct heat.
Ma'am, is it that only melamine can resist heat?
Melamine and bakelite both.
Ma'am, like most of the containers at my house, like the bowls and stuff, like if you put in the microwave, it's like microwave proof. The ma'am, the tiffin boxes, etc.
Mostly made up of melamine.
Ma'am, they are also made up of melamine.
Yes, most of the melamine ware is only used for microwave safe materials. And this one, glass is another one. The same property is glass, but glass is brittle to use. It is brittle. If it falls, immediately it'll break into pieces. So that won't happen with this. It will fall, it will break, but more durable than the glass. Once if you make it fall, immediately it won't break. But the glass bowl immediately break. In the one fall only, the glass will break. But not this, but this melamine ware in one shot, it won't break. Okay. If you
ma'am,
make
2
it
or
fall
3
to
times.
5, 6 falls, then only it will keep breaking. That is, and depends on it depends on thickness.
Ma'am, even height, like how much height it falls from.
Yeah, from height it falls. How much force you are applying it. That happens. Clear? So bakelite and melamine are the good examples of thermosetting plastic.
Ma'am, posters are made up of which? Ma'am, posters are made up of melamine, ma'am.
Melamine, yeah, mostly melamine because they are heat resistant. Okay. Then they thermoset can be molded to set it in any shape once, but it cannot be remolded. We can't reshape them. Once this bowl is done, if it will break, then we can't do anything with this bowl. It will remain as a vestige. Okay, we can't recycle it. That is what the word is remolding. We can't remold into new form. We can't do that. It is dark in color, hard, and resistant to heat and electricity. So we can't make it transparent melamine ware. They are not transparent.
Ma'am, acrylic, is that which kind of plastic would that be?
Acrylic is not plastic. Acrylic is not a plastic.
So it's glass.
Glass-like structure. Acrylic
Okay.
is the chemical,
So
another
it's
one.
neither,
Its
ma'am.
chemical name is not plastic. It won't fall in the plastic, but it is a synthetic material. Acrylic, wool, acrylic sheets are different. We can't consider them under the plastic.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, paint bottles, they are kind of made up of glass, no ma'am. That is also melamine because I've dropped it twice or thrice. It's not breaking.
Depends on the plastics also. Generally, the different varieties of plastics are there, they won't break. Chair, you make it fall. How much ever weight you are keeping on that, will it break immediately?
Ma'am, like some like Tupperware bottles also, ma'am, like if they keep falling, ma'am, they won't break.
They won't break. So it is being widely used for handles of kettles, pans, kitchenware, handle kitchenware, we use it. Switches, then again earlier black telephone sets, the body of the telephone, electric switches, electric lamp holders, pins, plugs were made up of thermoset plastic, that is bakelite. Clear? Even melamine is used for this one, fire resistant suits. Firefighters were using a special suit That is melamine ware. It is prepared from melamine. Even melamine, this one are there. Floor tiles are also present. Floor tiles made up of melamine, possible. They are available. Okay. And our examples of thermoset plastic, bakelite, melamine. So thermostat handles, examples. Thermoset handles, that is a pan handle, kitchenware handles, are made up of bakelite. A fireman uniform is coated with thermoset plastic to make it fire resistant. That is made up of melamine ware. Melamine wares, for kitchen utensils, we use melamine ware. Electric pin, black color electric pin, the chargers, switches are made up of bakelite. Okay. And one more thing, the actually difference between these two is the how the polymer is prepared. Linear chain is prepared. When the linear chain, this is a monomer, they are linearly connected. I told you polymers are of two ways they are connected, linear chain, and the second one is cross-linked chains. So if the linear chain, it is of thermoplastic, which can be molded again and again because of the linear possibility, linear connections. And this is cross-linked. Thermosetting plastic is cross-linked plastic. So therefore, it cannot be remolded again and again because of the crossings.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, like here you have written melamine wares, so like it can be chargers and all.
No, melamine ware are not chargers. Bakelite is charger. Bakelite is used for charging material.
Okay, ma'am.
Bakelite for all the electricity purposes, whatever the materials we are using, those are bakelites. And kitchenware handles, insulators, what we are using, those are bakelites.
Ma'am, it like says down an electric pin black. Ma'am, so the white pins are not bakelite?
White pins are also bakelite. Nowadays we are getting it white color, also different colors, also red color that can be painted, but all
Okay.
those are made up of bakelite.
Okay.
Because bakelite is a purely non-conductor of electricity. Okay, so here you can see the spoon, backside of the spoon, colored ones. So those are made up of bakelite because those are insulator. Fireman suit made up of melamine. This is melamine ware containers, plates, bowls. Then this is the switches. Okay, plugs. That is thermosetting plastic. Thermoset, one set done. And thermoplast, which can be remolded again and again. They can be recycled many number of times. Here it is. This one, thermoplastics are soft and flexible, not elastic like rubber. They are not elastic like rubber or steel spring. They melt on warming and regain their shape on cooling. They somewhat become softened when we heat them, but again when they cool, they will again become hard. Clear? Then they melt on warming and regain their shape on cooling. Thermoplastics can be drawn into fine fibers also, molded to any desired shape and stretched or shred as sheets. We can change them into different shape and sizes. Clear? Some of the better known thermoplastics are nylon, polyesters, polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, PVC pipes. Remember? Yeah, acrylic will also come in this one. Thermoplastic only it will come because plastic part, this one polyester part. Acrylic, polyurethane, polypropylene, polyterafluoroethylene.
So whatever polyester dress you're wearing, that comes under plastic.
Yeah, thermoplastics.
Okay.
Recycled again and again, which can be recycled, but not this one, degraded. These are not plastic main properties. They are not biodegradable. Okay. PVC is known thermoplastic, which can be remolded again and again. You can see PVC fittings. Where we see PVC?
And pipes.
Pipes. Yes, she has. Here has in her hand. PVC pipes. Pipe fittings, sanitary ware fittings are there. The pipes through which the water pipes, drainage pipes, the pipes through which water is transported, garbage is transported. Those all pipes are made up of PVC, polyvinyl chloride, which is a thermoplastic, which can be molded again and again, remolded, the different shapes. Once it is gone, cracked, get damaged, we can heat it, melt it, and convert into other shapes. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
PET also we can consider under this as well. Thermoplastic can be recycled.
Ma'am, even the glue is made up of PVC, right?
Yes, PVC glue, right?
Ma'am,
Now glue
thermocol
guns we
and
are getting.
it's
Glue
of
guns, you remember?
plastic.
You know the glue guns. Nowadays, every time the Facebook or
Yes,
WhatsApp
Yes,
videos, you
ma'am.
will get it. So that is also what it looks like. It is a one tube like structure. When you heat it, it will melt. And then it
plastic.
can completely fill up the area wherever we want to connect it, it will get connected. When it is heated, it will look like a liquid, semi-solid structure. And when it is this one cooled down, it will become hard and attaches the substances, connects the substances.
Ma'am, as you told, thermocol is a plastic. Ma'am, it comes in thermoplastic or thermoset plastic?
Thermoset plastic.
Okay, ma'am.
You have to learn that. Its name is styrofoam. Actual name is styrofoam, or polystyrene is the name of thermocol. Used to make thermocol. Polystyrene is the word used. So all these different varieties of plastics we have to learn: polyethylene, PVC, polystyrene, Teflon, bakelite, melamine. Teflon, heard? Have you heard Teflon? Non-stick ware?
Ma'am, I've kind of heard it somewhere.
Non-stick ware you have heard? We have in kitchen non-stick wares. There are containers
Yes,
in our
ma'am.
house, the black
Yes,
color
ma'am.
containers. Tawa, black colored tawa, which is non-stick we call as non-stick pan
Yes,
we call
ma'am.
them
My
as.
mom tells
So
me.
Yes,
that black color coating is made up of Teflon. Over the metal, there is a one coating of Teflon is available. So that Teflon won't absorb oil. Therefore, it is considered as a non-stick material. Clear? So that is also one type of plastic, commonly used plastic. Able to understand?
Ma'am, so Teflon materials are costly.
Yes, they are.
So over steel, the Teflon is electroplated.
Electroplated, yes. Plating of one coating has been applied of the material called Teflon, which is heat resistant. Means it will not, it is heat resistance, that means it is oil resistant actually. It is get heated up, but it won't melt. On heating, it won't melt, and also it won't stick, the oil won't stick to that surface. So therefore, in small amount of oil also, we can cook the material, substance, food we can cook. Clear? So first here important is the thermosetting, difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. Examples of them. Okay, so first write down this one. Let me define definition of plastic. I will give you, give me a second.
And we're supposed to write this down, ma'am. Thermosetting plastics.
Wait. Plastic first. Few points for plastic I need to give you. Give it 1 second only. Plastic means able to mold. Write down first point, plastic. I will dictate you about the plastic. Plastic is a synthetic polymer. Plastic is a synthetic polymer. Plastic is a synthetic polymer, can be molded into
Ma'am, what you're telling us, is it given in the textbook, ma'am? That plastic is a synthetic polymer.
which textbook you have? Textbook, you got the textbook?
No, I didn't get it. Like mostly while doing
Yes.
class, I'll be seeing the internet's 8th standard book.
Yeah.
Ma'am, that ma'am.
Toluene.
Okay, ma'am.
Toluene is one of the chemical again.
Ma'am, can you please say what is written before material?
Before raw material, RAW, raw material.
That's written on raw material, right?
As
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, this is it.
yeah, that is about the plastic. Then next point, two types of plastics.
Yes, ma'am.
This part is two
Just now
types
I
of
like what I usually like see on the internet. It's like given more than what you're given, ma'am. Like usually I see from internet and I'm seeing it's like more than what you're given.
Okay, so read all those.
Ma'am, can you go a bit down?
So only after this, two types of plastics, only thermoplast and thermosetting plastic.
Ma'am, should we make this
Ma'am,
mind
we
map?
shouldn't write
No,
the.
no.
Ma'am, we
Only
should.
write two types of plastic, dash, number one, thermosetting plastic, and second one, thermoplastics. I will give you as a comparison, and that is always asked for comparison only.
Ma'am, can you show the thermo setting and thermo?
That's what I'm showing you. I'm writing everything. Don't write from that, please. Yeah, sure. Write this difference because this question is asked for difference only. So these are the points of difference. You can understand from the difference.
Ma'am, finished, ma'am.
Done?
Ma'am, 2 minutes.
Finished, ma'am. Finished, ma'am.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm just writing the last point. Just
Done, ma'am.
Okay.
yes, ma'am, done.
Thermoplastic and thermostatic plastic. Now characteristics of the plastic, why it is so favorite and so popular actually. Why plastics are more popular than they form the substitute for metals and glasswares. Why we use plastic as a substitute for glass and metals? So why plastic nowadays becomes so popular that is everywhere we can see only plastic materials rather than any metal or glasswares? So why we use that? What are the properties, the special properties plastic possess? First thing, they are hard, rigid, cannot be break easily. We can't break them easily. Glass, it is exactly look like similar to glass, but glasswares are heavy and they are very brittle. So handling them is much more difficult. Handling glasswares are much more difficult. In kitchen, generally nowadays in older, if you see in your granny's house kitchen and your kitchen, do you find any difference? Granny's kitchen or village side, if you consider the village side. If you go to the rural areas,
They use mud ones.
mud
Clay.
ones, okay, and
Ma'am, they store the
Steel
stuff in
one.
metal containers.
metal containers. Mostly you will see metal containers, glasswares, that is clay one, so that is bone china. Bone china containers, that is a clay ones, clays. So bone china is also what? That is also a clay pot. So reason nowadays we are replacing all those with plastic. Some of them we are replacing, most of the things we are replacing with plastic. So what the plastic possesses, what is the property plastic possesses? One thing, lightweight. They are very light in weight. They are transparent. Third thing, unbreakable. They can't be easily break. Like clay containers can break easily. Glass containers can break easily. Right? But these are unbreakable. A person is able to stand on that, then also it won't break. Some of the plastics we can't break. After standing on them as well, it won't break. Generally, that happens with, I have seen in case of mixer jars, mixie jars, some of them. So on standing on that also, they won't break. Some of the plastics are like that, good quality plastics. Even Tupperware also, if you see, if you stand on that, then also it won't break easily. Okay, so like that. Most importantly, another example, another property is they are chemically non-reactive. They won't react chemically with any stuff. Metals, if you use metals, glass also has the same property. Glass also won't react chemically.
then why
Same here,
don't-
this one.
Ma'am, then why do they say that it's not good to eat in plastic
Due
thing?
to heating, that is a problem. That is a disadvantage of plastic, is by heating. The hot food we can't store in plastic containers. So that is bad. It is very, very bad actually. It is completely unhealthy if we are using it to store hot food. Not for dry storage, there is no problem at all. It is very much useful in dry storage. Pickles also we can easily store in containers. We can't store pickle in metal containers because pickle consists of acid. Acid easily react with the metal and it will form a poisonous substance, and due to that we will have a problem, toxicity, poison we are actually
But
eating if
homemade
it is.
pickles are usually stored in glass containers, right?
Glass containers, yes, it is glass container one, or plastic we can use. Glass or bone china containers. So those are clay containers. We can use them. But again, think the handling bone china ware, that is clay and glass, is difficult because it is heavy. Handling it every time will be much more difficult because if it falls, immediately it will break. And the full year, whatever your mother has done effort for that, everything gone. And that won't happen with plastic. So plastic, it falls also, it won't break. Chemically, it won't react at all. But metal containers, we can't use for that purpose. Clear? We can make the plastic containers transparent as well as whatever the color, very suitable colors, we can color them. Means they can be dyed. They can be different colored plastics also is possible. Clear? They won't attack by microbes, moths. They are resistant to those microorganisms, moth. Only one disadvantage the plastic possesses, that is on heating, it will melt. And that melted chemical enters the food. And when we eat that food, then it will be a serious trouble to our body. A very severe, serious trouble to our body. Even it was, you can see, in case of this use and throw teacups we are using, which are paper cups. Actually, they are paper cups, but still they are dangerous for us. Why? Because paper cup generally, if any paper, if you pour water, what happens?
I'm like, it starts leaking.
It gets soaked and
Soaked, and it will completely, it won't maintain its shape. It will fall off. It will immediately, the water or tea, coffee will get absorbed in that, and it cannot retain its shape of the cup. But still, if you have seen the tea cups, we are pouring tea in it, it is not deformed. It remains as it is. It is not absorbing also. Why? Because that paper is covered inside from a wax, a chemical from which the plastic can be prepared. So that wax is there inside. So due to that, that wax layer prevents the water absorption property. It will not allow the paper to absorb water because there is a oily layer present, wax layer is present over that. But that wax will become dangerous for us because when you pour hot tea, hot coffee in it, hot milk in it, immediately that wax layer melt and enters your that beverage, and we are drinking that. And that wax layer, it is a non-biodegradable. Any of the enzyme of our body is not able to degrade it, cannot decompose it, digest it. And therefore that wax layer will remain stick to our digestive tract and causes a very severe trouble to our body. Clear? So that is a one disadvantage plastic puzzles. Yes.
Ma'am, like these scales, ma'am, are these scales made of glass or plastic?
Scale, the normal scale, geometry box scale, plastic,
Yes, ma'am.
plastic. Thermosetting plastic.
But like, ma'am, it gets, yeah.
Okay. So plastic is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. That is the first property plastic possesses. So when we holding a plastic container, we won't get burned in our hands. Second, plastic does not react with air and water, and with many of the acid-based chemicals, different chemicals, it won't react. Plastics are lightweight, durable, cheap, and they are very strong. Plastics are non-biodegradable substances. Now this is a disadvantage. It is a non-biodegradable substance. It takes many years to get decomposed and sometimes does not get decomposed at all. Thus, plastic is not environmental friendly. Plastic does not rust. That means it won't undergo any chemical reaction. So they are chemically non-reactive. They even do not react with acids or bases as well. Alkalis, that is bases. And their appearance is very cute, transparent, as well as colored plastic can be made and can be given required shape. So different size shapes, plastic containers we can get. Plastic bottles also you can see many different size and shapes you can get it. Different color plastic bottles are available in market. Okay. So these are the properties plastic possesses, due to which it becomes more popular these nowadays. It is able to, we are able to substitute glass, clay, as well as metal containers. But that is only for non-heated substances. For hot substances, we can't use plastic. For hot material, hot food, hot storage, we have to use metal or glass containers, not the plastic ones. It's clear? Properties of plastic clear? Okay. Now different types of plastics we have to see. Different varieties, different common plastics in our everyday life, what we are using. So those we have to see what are the monomers of those plastic and where we use them and what are the properties of them. We have to study that, we will study next class. So these are the table that you have to learn. So different types of plastics: polyethylene, that is ethene, PVC, thermoplastic, polystyrene, that is a thermocol. Then it is Teflon, bakelite, melamine. So these are the types of plastic we have to see, its properties, what is its monomer, and what are its uses that we have to learn. So next class we will learn. So wait for the sir now. So he will join the class.
Ma'am, what about the test thing, the test paper?
Test paper I will correct and give you by tomorrow. It will be done for everyone.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, I have joined. You can leave now.
Yeah, already. Fine.
Ma'am, can you upload the test book in the Google Class?